Make sure you have some suitable backing, show you something.
This is a story of Fred Clegg of Walston. Now Fred Clegg had always wanted to be in a band. He got himself a bass guitar, a cheap one, £8 from a second-hand shop. Got a cheap amplifier from the same place, also made in Yorkshire by a galley, made out of metal and potentially dangerous as hell. But during this he had to go and work in a weaving shed. And so one day he went to work in Well weaving shed up on the tops of Headley Bridge. In the days long before it was a set of flats, a block of flats, firemen scattered around. An area known as Ackroyd because the Canadian actor Dan Aykroyd's family ancestors originally started from Well. Well, Fred got to work in the shed. He was a weave sweeper, a loom sweeper. He was a loom sweeper. And also in the mill was a knotter, and his job was to knot the beams at the back of the loom, which is the warp that went from back to the front. And that knotter's his nickname was Old Shaggers. Now that name was given to him by his arch enemy, who we'll call Old Dry Shite. Now I must explain here. Going for a dry shite is milk talk. Going for a skive in the toilets. You just stand around, smoke a cigarette, smoke a pipe, tell a few jokes, write something obscure on the wall, who knows. An old dry shite with a loom sweep used to be in there all the time. And he hated old shaggers. They hated each other since boyhood. In fact, old dry shite stood watching old shaggers. Every dinner time he used to carry his white pint pot of tea down to where the winders were, and the winders were all ladies, and he used to sit with the same winder every single lunchtime, every breakfast time. And old dry shite standing there looking at him and saying, "Look in there, down there, shaggy woman, immature organist and all." Mind you, on the other hand, old Shaggins had a few things to say about old dry shite, as in, "If I were a woman, I'd rather be tied to a cow's tail and shit into deer than go out with him." And then one fine afternoon, one of the looms was stopped. There was a problem with the electrical box at the far end of it, nice, high-powered three-phase electricity. And the loom electrician, a transplanted Londoner and a jazz fan, was tinkering away in the open three-phase box. An old dry shite pushing a broom full of greasy, oily, dirty cotton waste. Now Fred is watching all this from the far end of the mill, instead of working, which he should have been. He watched all this. All of a sudden, a spark flew out of the electric box and landed directly onto the broom, loaded with grease, oil, highly inflammable, highly combustible, loom fire, and it went on in a flame. There was smoke in people's lungs, but there wasn't fire in anybody's brain. It burned, and it burned in about 10 seconds. Everything was stripped off the loom, except the finished cloth at the front, and the air was filled with the acrid fumes of burnt cotton and the horrible lemony smell of the CO2 fire extinguisher, like the type you see used on Star Trek every time the computer started exploding. And Fred just looked there and thought, "Thank goodness I don't have to spend the whole of my life in this place, in this place, in this place." 1969, Edinburgh Bridge railway station. One night, Fred was woken up in the middle of the night by his parents saying, "Come and see the fire. Come and see the enormous warehouse fire just outside Edinburgh Bridge station." And so we all got up in the middle of the night. Sorry, Fred and his family all got up in the middle of the night and headed down to Fairfield Estate to his auntie and uncle's house. And to be sure, out the back was an enormous great conflagration. It was a square-shaped block of fire. It burned and it burned and it burned. All the oil from the cattle came, all the wood, all the sawdust. There was not one corner of building that could be seen, but just a block wall of burning, burning, burning fire. It was a large building about the size of a small mill. And it burned, and it burned, and it burned, and it burned. And there's not a trace left of it. Now you can go and look if you want. Everyone's worried when you take the tram might have got in, but not a trace is left of one soul. Not one soul. Oh, we just in a while. Shall we stay together? We'll come back in a little bit longer.
We're going to have a little break, come get yourself more drinks, get some things to eat there. There's a tub over there by the door that says donations on it, because we'd like to give some donations for Overgate Hospice. Cause it's dear to the heart.